All right, guys, it is time for bottom paint. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to dig right back in on our sailboat restoration of our McGregor 26S timeout. Now, we have a lot to accomplish in today's video. First and foremost, we need to get the 5th coat of the TotalBoat TotalProtect barrier coat onto the bottom of timeout. We're then going to apply 2 coats of TotalBoat's Krypton bottom paint. We're then going to be able to move the boat back down onto the trailer off the jack stands. We will need to barrier coat and bottom paint the spots that are unreachable under the jack stands and the cradle I built. And then we're going to be able to move timeout into its main spot on the property where it's going to stay, because I need to get some things moved around. All right, so again, a lot to do. Let's get after it. Okay, so for our bottom paint, this is what we're doing. We are doing TotalBoat's Krypton. Doing it for a couple reasons. One is this is known to be compatible with our barrier coat that we've done. This is copper free, so it's supposed to be better for the ocean. But here's the big deal. This is one of the harder anti-fouling paints out there. We don't necessarily need anti-fouling paint because the boat is not going to be stored at a moor or at a slip. It's going to be on the trailer. Having anti-fouling paint is good though, because again, if we are going to be in the water for a good period of time, let's say we do leave it on the water for a week or more in the salt water, this has helped to prevent growth. This is also one of the harder bottom paints out there, and we need it to be hard, and reason we say that is because we're going to be trailering the boat and it's going to be sliding on and off the bunks. So having a proper anti-fouling paint that's compatible with trailering the boat, that's good. So I actually just got back from Home Depot where I had them shake this for me, but I also am going to be stirring it as well, just like I did with the bottom paint. I'm going to use a drill stir and stir it really, really good. All right, so just like the experiment we did by barrier coating the centerboard before we put the barrier coat on the hull of the boat, we're going to do the same thing with the centerboard with the Krypton paint. So there it is. We are going to prep this with a de-waxing agent from TotalBoat. Probably could work with like an acetone like we prepped the hull for the bottom coat or barrier coat, but I'm just going to use their product to make sure it's compatible. So we're going to roll it on with our little 3/16 mohair rollers and we'll see how it does. Again, the beauty of the centerboard is if it doesn't look perfect, you're really never ever going to see it because it's, you know, underwater, and also it's when it's on the trailer, it's up in the trunk where it's being stored. All right, so this is one coat of our Krypton. Sorry about the shadow. It rolled on really well. Cleaned up nice. Like it's got a little bit of texture here and there. It does dry kind of tacky really fast, and it's pretty thick. So I'm going to wait to do any more until I get my thinner. I ordered the TotalBoat Thinner 100. It'll be here in a couple days. And I think I'm going to try thinning it before I roll it, especially before I put it on the hull. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's a little brighter blue than I wanted. But this is all under the water line. So when on the water, you're never going to see it. Only on the trailer. But we're looking good. All of our repairs, that we did have completely disappeared. So It's looking pretty snazzy. All right, so we're gonna do a quick tack test. This is moving quick, so I gotta move fast. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna touch right here. Nothing on my finger, but it is still tacky. So you should use a glove. My glove got tore, but this is perfect. This is ready. So I gotta go mix up my paint. By the time I get down this side, I'll keep testing as I go to make sure I'm good for my bottom coat. Oh my gosh. That was a bear. So by the time I got the final 5th coat of barrier coat on and got all the way around, when I got to the other side, I did my little tacky test to see if the barrier coat is still tacky enough where I can apply the Krypton bottom anti-fouling paint without having to go sand and clean with alcohol and all that mess. And I mean, it was already ready. So I went from putting 1 coat on a barrier coat straight into mixing up and right into Krypton, like no delays. And that was a beast of amount of work. The good news is now that the Krypton's on, there's no rush anymore. I can take my time and do another coat of Krypton whenever I like. I'd like to do it sooner than later so that everything can be really cured up and we can finish getting the boat back down on the trailer. But I don't have to feel like I have to do it this very minute, which is a relief. So let me show you how it came out. Okay, so the tape is still on there. We have to peel that off. So the gray is gonna disappear there and we're gonna have a nice sharp edge. I still have to do a 2nd coat of the Krypton before I peel the paint or the tape. I do have a timer going on that though. You have 1 week to remove that tape from when you applied it. So I do need to do that here in the next day or so. Possibly get that done today. We'll see how we go. But it looks really good. Slight bit of texture and brush rolling every so often, but pretty darn good. They said it will smooth out as you sail and use the boat. But it looks really good. The blue looks okay. I wish it was like more of a darker, like a navy blue, but it is what it is. They only offer this paint in a couple of colors. Now, you can see here that you can see the gel coat, you can see the barrier coat, and then the blue. So when we remove the boat from the cradle, I will have to go in and sand all this, do my 5 coats of barrier coat, and then 2 coats of the Krypton over the top of that. That's gonna be easy. It's a very small area. I've got that area which is on both sides and at the very bottom, and then I've got the jack stands back there, the 2. So the rest of it is done, so that'll be great. Other than, again, adding 1 more coat of Krypton just to be safe since we have it off the trailer at this point. And with the way we're using the boat, since we're trailering it, the Krypton should last for a very, very long time. It is considered a single season anti-foul, but that is only if you're storing the boat in the saltwater year round. We're not doing that. So it will last several years, which is great. All right, last bit of painting. So what I've done now is put a couple coats. It's really hard to see. This is I'm gonna call it the centerboard trunk. The centerboard sits all the way up in here. I've just put 2 really good heavy coats in here because the centerboard is gonna be bumping against this, which means it'll probably wear the paint out a little faster. And then this is our ballast valve area, and I'm still working on kind of hand brushing and trying to get this as smooth as I can. There's a rubber gasket that will seal this, but I want to make sure this is all painted up really good because obviously water's coming and go out of there as well. So I'm just kind of wrapping this up, and as soon as this dries and the centerboard is finished painted, we can reinstall the centerboard, reinstall the ballast valve, and that's going to let us, other than a few trailer things, drop the boat back down. And here she is. Not too shabby. Now you'll see there is some repair areas that I still have to do that are above the water line, but the blue looks great. I'm actually really happy with it. The paint line worked out really well. Just had to take my time with it. And again, more above water line. I've got to decide how I'm tackling that, if I'm going to do gel coat or top paint. But the great news is the bottom of the boat looks amazing. So if you remember, so I still have a few things I got to like pick off, and I might burnish it, but this right here is where our damage was. You can see that spot is disappeared. It is gone. All right, so now with the help of my little buddy Graham, we are gonna reinstall our ballast tank valve. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna tie this fishing line that I fed down through when I dropped the old one out. I'm gonna feed this through and tie it off. Okay, you ready? All right, start slowly pulling the fishing line through. There you go, okay. Okay, watch your fingers. So we're gonna cut this guy. So we're just gonna cut the line off now that we got it fed up in here. Hold on. Watch your fingers.
Hold on, as mean hold on to it?
Nope, that's what we need. All right, so now we're putting on the catch so that it can't accidentally drop through if you screwed up too high. All right, there we go. So now that's our valve. right, that's going to wrap it up. I've already got the boat moved into a new location where I can continue the renovation and get everything ready to go so we can get her back on the water as soon as possible. Want to give a big thanks to everyone that has liked and subscribed and watches our videos. And we're going to keep this project moving. We'll have another video out shortly.